If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning.
Hey you guys, it's MsPapiJean. I'm here for another story time video. I'm going to tell you guys a crazy incident that happened with me and this one guy. And I'm going to try really hard not to curse or to laugh too much because I noticed that I curse a lot, which is not good, and sometimes I laugh too much, which is not good either. So, this was recently. I met this guy at a friend's birthday party. She went to the hookah lounge in my area to celebrate her 19th birthday with me, her, another friend. Like, it was about 5-6 of us. I'm sitting there with my friend, we're chilling, and I see this guy come in. Really tall, really cute. So I tell my friend, hey, he's so cute. And my friend was like, yeah, he's tall too, because he was crazy, crazy tall. His head almost hit the top of the door. So he starts looking around, and I tell my friend, I was like, oh, should I say hi to him? I'm gonna say hi to him and see if he says hi back. And she says, yeah, do it. So he walks over my way, and I'm like, ooh, 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 so lit, okay, how do I look? He's walking over, and he's literally coming towards my direction. And I'm like, I'm about to say hi. I'm gonna be like, hi, my name is MsPapiJean. And as soon as I go to stick out my hand, he goes and dabs up his friend who was actually sitting next to me. And I knew his friend, and I was like, oh, so I guess they know each other. And I looked so embarrassed. I was just sitting there like this, because I thought he was coming towards me, but he was coming towards a friend. And my friend just busts out laughing at me. Like, it was so funny how I really thought he was coming towards me, but he wasn't. So after that, I was like, oh, well, that's whatever, no big deal. Let me tell you about this guy. He was so fine. So fine. He was 6'5". That's why his head almost hit the ceiling. Oh my God. He was 6'5". He was brown skinned. Oh, he was funny, and he could dance. Oh my God. And he looked like Trey Songz or Big Sean or Fabulous. I know that that's like 3 different celebrities, but he looks like all 3 of those celebrities into one. He was really good looking, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So his friend sitting next to me asked, hey, do you think he's cute? And I was like, yeah, he's really cute. He kind of looks like a knockoff Trey Songz, which was a compliment, by the way. And the guy sitting next to me, he says, oh, we should go be cool with him. And I hate when guys say that, because what does that mean? Do you want to be friends? Do you want to like get to know me as a potential girlfriend? Like, what does that mean? That's such a stupid thing to say, let's be cool. We should be cool. No, just say what you want. Like, I want to get to know you better, or I want to be friends. Stop saying let's be cool. That's so dumb. So after he said that, I was like, oh, that's so stupid. I'm not going to go talk to him now. Let's be cool. Like, what does that mean? So the night's getting ready to end. My friend, the birthday girl, she was talking to the cute guy, and I couldn't hear what they were saying, but next thing you know, I hear her say, I have a boyfriend. And so I was like, oh, I guess he was hitting on my friend, so I guess I was out of the picture. But then he was like, oh, no, I didn't mean you, I mean your friend sitting next to you, which was me. Hey, it was me. Anyway, so I was like, oh, me? And he was like, yeah, can I get your number? And I have this rule to never ever give a guy my number if I meet him at a bar or a club or a party. Like, that's just a big no-no. I would never, because they're all crazy or just ain't shit. They just, no. But this one guy, there was something about him that I thought to myself, take that risk, Emma. Take it. So I took it, and I went up to him, and he was like, what's your name? I said, my name is Emma. I asked for his name, and I got his name. And he was like, I was just wondering if I could have your number. And I said, sure. So I gave him my number. And he called me right on the spot, you guys. That was the craziest thing ever. I never had a guy call me right on the spot. Usually they're like, oh, I'm gonna text you later. And I started freaking out, because what if I would have gave him a fake number and my phone would not ring? Like, my phone was in my hand. He was looking at my phone, looking at his phone, looking at my phone, looking at his phone, waiting for his call to pop up. But it finally did, because I gave him the right number. So I'm getting ready to go, and I didn't say bye because he was dancing. I didn't feel like it was a big deal. But he saw me leaving, and he like catches up with me, and me and my friends were all taking pictures for my friend's birthday. And then he was like, we should take a picture. And I was like, like, sure. So if you follow me on Snapchat, you know exactly who I'm talking about. This was within the past 2 weeks, the guy who just randomly showed up on my Snapchat twice I took a picture with. And I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh, it's a cute guy I'm taking a picture with. Nothing serious. But apparently, my friend saw it. And I got a couple of messages saying, hey, is that your new boo? Y'all look so cute together. And that just really gassed up my head. Like, I was like, oh my god, we do kind of look cute together. Like, oh my god, that picture was just so cute together. I was just like, oh, this is the one. Even though I was not looking for a relationship, I still don't know what it was about this guy. I don't know what it was. I was just ready to risk it all. After that night, we started texting. And then the next day, which was 2 days after we met, he says, hey, I want to see you. So I was like, okay, when are you free? And he was free later that night, and so was I. So we met around like late, it was like 9 or 10. And we were gonna go get ice cream downtown. So I meet him downtown. He was on time too, he wasn't late. I love a guy that's on time. We're walking to go get ice cream. And we're just talking, I'm getting to know him, and he's so cool. The thing that I really liked about him was the fact that most guys think that if you go out on a date, or most females believe that going out on a date involves spending $40 at a fancy restaurant or a movie. But we just got $3 ice cream, and that really made my night. Like, you don't have to spend money on me to make it a date. Like, that's not what it's about to me. So we're sitting there talking, and he's really funny, he's really sweet, but he was getting very touchy with me. So I told him, can you please stop touching me? Like, you're really cool and all, but I don't like you touching my arm. Stop trying to hold my hand. And he said, I'm sorry, I'm just a touchy person. And I said, okay, I understand that, but don't touch me. You know, we're not there yet. That's gonna take some time. I'm just now getting to know you. I've only known you for 3 days. And he tells me, oh, you know, I'm sorry. I said, you know, it's fine. I'm willing to work with you. That's totally cool. We can work on this. So we're talking a little bit more, and things start to get a little, not weird, but I start to question his mentality. Because we're talking, he was like, because we were talking, and then he brings up, so when are you gonna claim me? I said, excuse me? And he said, when are you gonna claim me? And I said, I just met you 3 days ago. I'm not claiming you yet. Like, I don't even know you like that. He goes on to say, oh, well, you know, usually that's how I go about relationships, you know, usually claiming somebody. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not like that, so we're not gonna do that right now. And he's like, okay. But then he just goes on talking about how he's gonna visit me at college and spend the night. And I was like, no, you're not spending the night with me. You're crazy. No. Like, I don't know you. And he was just talking a bunch of reckless stuff. Didn't like. So time did fly by though. I really did have fun. So I look at my clock, it's late. I was like, oh my god, I was supposed to be home an hour ago. I was like, I have to go. So I'm getting ready to go, and there's certain ways that I hug a guy. If I first meet him, or if I don't know him that well, I give him the side hoe hug. The side hoe hug is one arm, where you just kind of like, oh, nice meeting you. It's just one arm, so it's not too much physical contact. And that's what I was gonna give him. The second one, which is when I know you a little bit more, kind of like you, is the under the armpits hug, which is where you hug a guy and you hug him like this, so that way you have the arm extension to block his arms from getting too comfortable around your waist. So you have this hugging him around the stomach, and he's kind of like hugging your back, and that's like a safe hug. I like that hug. And then there's the third type of hug when y'all been together and you crazy about this boy, and that's the over the shoulders hug, and that's where like your hands are around his neck, and then his hands has access to wherever it wants to go. But that's further down the road. So I tried to give him a side hug, and he was like, no, I want a real hug. So you know, I take the other arm around, but it was still to the side. I was still to the side because I didn't want to move too fast. And he was like, can I pick you up? I said, no, you cannot pick me up. I'm not your girlfriend. You're not my man's. And so he just laughed it off, and he said, okay. So we're walking to our car, and ironically enough, as soon as we're about to get in our car, a tow man comes, and he says, is this your guy's car? And we were like, yes. And he said, okay, good, because I was about to tow it. So apparently we were in a towaway zone, which I had no idea about, so thank God we made it in time. Next day, he was acting pretty funny. His texts were getting like really dead. I'd be like, what are you doing? Nothing. What about you? I'm like, oh, well, I'm at work. How's your day? fine. How about you? I was like, okay, it was pretty good. Do you have any plans? Like his texts were just really weird. It was like, I couldn't tell if he was upset or if he didn't want to talk to me because maybe he got mad about last night. But I was like, you know, I'm not gonna stress over it. I still barely know this guy, so I'm not gonna stress over him. I decided, you know, let me not press so hard on him. Let me just kind of fall back a little bit, but not too much. So I texted him that morning, but then I had to go to work. So while I was at work, I didn't text him. And then he sent me a text about an hour after I got off, and he said, you didn't text me. And I was like, oh, well, maybe he does care. Maybe he just had a bad day yesterday, and maybe we're gonna be good now. So I was like, you know, I'm so sorry. I had to work. And I was like, okay, everything's good. So here's one thing that I have to be honest about. When I meet a guy and I start to like him, I do my research like the FBI. I do it 10 times better than the FBI though. I knew his first name, I knew his last name, I had his license plate number, I had his birth year, where he was born, I had all that. So I decided to try to find him on social media because I feel like a lot of guys, they may act different on social media. I know I've met a lot of guys who act like this in person. They want to get on social media and act totally different. Does not make sense. So I found his social media within an hour. Yes, I did. And I found his Twitter first, and I found it really odd. Literally 2 days before I met him, he was heavily talking to another girl. That was his girl and all that he was claiming on Twitter. I just found it weird that, you know, 2 days before you meet me, you have this girl who you were claiming, and then now there's nothing of her. Like, what happened? That doesn't make sense. So I go check her page because, you know, there's always two sides to the story, and she is like ultimate petty towards him. She was like, how you gonna say this but then don't show it? Your actions don't match your words. It's like, it was all towards him because he kept liking all of them. And like, oh my gosh, so she apparently, this guy was not one that could be trusted and his actions didn't match what he said. So that kind of made me question some things. I was like, okay, this is kind of awkward. But I didn't think anything of it. I was like, you know, they probably weren't even that serious. It's whatever. But I did keep it in mind. So then I found his Facebook. And surprisingly enough, he was very active on Facebook. So I'm going through his stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but his posts were very misleading. And as I scroll down a little bit further, I see that same day where he was like, I didn't hear from you all day. And I thought, oh, well, he wants to talk to me, he's concerned. That same exact day, he posted something on Facebook where he tagged this girl, and it pretty much said, 4 o'clock is taking too long. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, maybe it's his cousin. But I saw that the girl replied, so I clicked on her comment to see what it was. And she replied, I'm sorry, babe. I was thinking about you all day. I didn't get off work till 4:30. I'm ready to come see you. I said, I gotta calm down. So I go check on her page, and in her bio, her Facebook bio, she has a baby that's 3 years old, and I was like, oh, he can't be talking to her. She has a baby. I was like, maybe it was just like, I don't know. Like, I was trying to find every excuse in the book to believe that he was not messing around with another girl. The tweets, the lovey-dovey tweets towards him didn't start till that morning. So I was like, how long have they been talking? I'm so confused. Like, there's no other communication between them. And out of the blue, oh, I miss my bae. He's the most perfect person in the world. How did I get so lucky? I was like, wait, where did she come from? So the old me, and by old me I mean like 5 months ago, I would have in the past just stopped talking to him, not reply to his text, block him, just make it seem like I died, like I felt the face of the earth. But I felt like I'm getting older and I need to practice on my communication more, so I should just ask him about it. Even though I know exactly what's going on, I need to confront him about it. So I sent him a text and I said, hey, I thought you told me you weren't talking to anyone. And I lied and I told him that a friend sent me a screenshot of him talking to another girl because I didn't want to say, hey, I stalked your page and I saw you talking to another girl because that'd be weird. So, you know, I told him a friend sent me a screenshot of it. And I just want to know what's going on because you told me something totally different. And he replies, oh yeah, is that right? nah, I'm just lying because I want to lie. Of course it's right. Like, I'm not lying about this. So I decided to calmly approach this, and I said, well, yes, it is. I have the screenshot to prove it. I just don't understand why you would lie about something. My biggest pet peeve is somebody who lies and doesn't cover up their track. Because, you know, I don't care if you lie, but if you're gonna lie, make sure you have no evidence to show that you're lying. For example, with this guy, if you're gonna lie and say you're not talking to anybody, then why would you go on Facebook with all these lovey-dovey quotes towards this girl that shows that you are talking to somebody? Like, I wouldn't find out. That's stupid. So then he replies back, well, to be honest, I wasn't trying to play you or anything. I think you're a wonderful, great person. It's just that I met her yesterday and she started to claim me, so yeah. So you're telling me you met this girl yesterday and she called you bae, and now you're just gonna roll with it? And she has a 3-year-old baby? What? I don't understand. Like, he told me about this whole claiming thing, but then I started to see how serious it was, like how seriously he was willing to post about somebody just because they called him bae. You don't even know this. Do you even know this girl? You don't, because you just met her yesterday and she has a 3-year-old baby. A 3-year-old baby. I guess you're ready to be a stepdaddy, aren't you? Aren't you? But it's whatever. And it may seem like I'm coming off pretty mad about this. I'm not mad. It's actually very funny to me. I'm just trying very hard not to laugh at everything that I say, because when I think about it, all I can do is just bust out laughing about how funny everything was. To pretty much end up this whole story, I told him, okay, well, you know, it's fine. I understand. I know that we're two very different people at two very different paces, and that's okay. But I do not wish to continue talking to you, and I wish you the best. And that's pretty much it with that. But it was just really crazy to me how all that happened in 5 days. I felt like I was in some crazy relationship, even though we weren't. Like, we met each other, and then we talked, and then we broke up, even though we didn't really break up. It just felt like some crazy relationship that I wasn't even in. Hashtag when you're not in a relationship but still have relationship problems. Yeah, that was me. So yeah, pretty sad story to me. He was 6'5", he was brown skin, he was funny, and he could dance. But he ain't shit. And that just was like the ultimate bummer to everything. I feel like he still has like a lot of growing to do, which is totally understandable. And that's why I really wasn't mad about the whole situation. Because, you know, I understand that he's a guy and he's just, guys will be guys. And also because I wasn't too deep in it, so it really didn't hurt me that bad. But just a crazy story. I don't know what to say. Like, that was just really crazy. And it was, like I said before, it was only a 5-day period. To me, it feels like, when I tell the story, it sounds like maybe a month-long period, but it was really only 5 days that this happened, and it was just so much craziness in 5 days. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!